am an introvert, which means networking in a room full of strangers is not my strength. But I'm also a marketer, and I love to learn and grow. Relationships are a critical part of my job, and they feed my soul. So how was I going to meet the right people? Enter Twitter. How many of you love Twitter? Me too. Well, I'm going to show you how to use Twitter to handpick dozens of mentors. You see, Twitter lists are the bomb.com. They help you filter through an overwhelming feed of random junk and turn it into a highly targeted feed of pure gold. So get out your phones. We're going to create your first list. So you go to your profile page, tap that gear button, and then hit View Lists. These are some of my lists. So stuff like people I want to meet, team attentive, friends, ballers. Hit the plus button, and you can create your list. So now you're going to name your list. You're going to set it to public or private. I recommend starting with your ballers list, which is people a few steps ahead of you in their career, people you admire. Someone like Beyonce. So go to the Queen Base page, tap the gear button, and hit Add to List. Now we're going to tap to add her to our ballers list. When you open your ballers list, the queen will be there waiting for you. So the beauty of Twitter List is that you can find and add the exact people that you want to learn from. So you get to handpick the network of your choice. You can see that this has an exponential effect because as you follow people, you follow your ballers, you see who they follow, and you can unlock this beautiful network. Thank you. So the next thing you can do is these mentors will help you, they'll help you filter through information. So if you want to be a CMO, follow CMOs, see who they like to follow, see what they like to read, and accelerate your learning. You can see this book from Danielle. Or you can go, if you have a question, you can ask the list. You can or you can start a conversation with someone on it. And Ashish, he gave me this great pro tip, and then when I had a question about it, he responded within minutes. It's really powerful. There's tons of opportunities with Twitter lists. You can get a free pass to a conference or find out about a speaking gig. And I found out about the coaching fellowship thanks to a tweet from Adam Grant. It's my demographic. Then with all these insights, you can apply them as conversation starters when you meet these people in person. Example, Donna Sarkar. I had a huge Twitter crush on her. She is a HoloLens engineer, she's a fashion designer, and she's an author. She wrote a really interesting piece about her perspective on failure that I could really relate to. So I tweeted at her, and she wrote me back. She asked me to go for a drink. I was pumped! But then I had a challenge. I had to meet her. Okay, so I went to my playbook. Step 1, ask, check. I made the ask. I made it personal, I made it specific. Step 2, come prepared. You better believe I was all up in her Twitter feed, finding out about her, finding out conversations we could have, and topics to discuss. Step 3, ask again. So I went, a 30-minute drink turned into 3 hours of conversation. We had all sorts of stuff in common. So I asked her for advice on my passion project. I asked her to introduce me to more women in tech. 4 is thank, always thank. 5, follow up. Donna gave me great advice. So frequently I'll send her check-ins of how I'm doing so she can be part of my journey. 6, repeat. I've met lots of awesome people on Twitter. I try to meet someone new every week. And 7 is return the favor. Who can you mentor? Who can you give back to? It's really a beautiful cycle. So now, it's your turn. Time to create your ballers list and add people who will make you better. Awesome people will help you discover more awesome people. And where not everyone is going to respond, often people do. And it's really magical. Virtual Twitter relationships can turn into friends, they can turn into mentors, and they can turn into door openers. So if you need a place to start, check out my Seattle Ballers list. And then I can't wait. I'm so excited to see you on Twitter and meet you in person.